What's going on, YouTubers? For ladies and gentlemen, it's the natural born thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Reviews. This will be a little different, folks, because for this edition of All Elite Wrestling Reviews, this will be about AEW Dark Elevations from May 24th, 2021, and AEW Dark, May 25th, I should say, 2021. So yes, the AEW Dark Elevations Monday nights, and then after that, quick results of the Tuesday nights AEW Dark results. So without further ado, let's start first with AEW Dark Elevations, the show from May 24th, 2021, with Tony Schiavone and Paul White as your commentators. They were in Dave's place in Jacksonville, Florida. So let's get right into it, shall we, folks? So let's see. Here we go. The opening match was QT Marshall with the factory at ringside of Nick Camarado, Anthony Ongogo, and Aaron Solo, as QT Marshall goes up against Robo. And the match itself was pretty decent. Robo looked good. But QT Marshall, obviously because he's the leader of the factory, and he goes for the diamond cutter, which was a nice diamond cutter that he did onto Robo, and Robo sold it pretty well, and QT Marshall got the win. So there you go. And there you go. That was basically it. Abaddon versus Layla Gray. So match itself, it was what it was. Abaddon, she is good. But pertains to her what she brings to the table as her with her gimmick and all that, with her being a zombie. Especially what she is, like she got like a living dead zombie gimmick. And that's an example of someone who's being portrayed as a zombie, not the Undertaker. To all those people that kept defending that bullshit that WWE did with the zombie lumberjacks from WrestleMania Backlash. Get the fuck out of that bullshit. The WWE people are saying to AEW the blood and guts, everything that happened after the match and all that set wrestling back 30 years, and yet the zombies lumberjacks didn't send back wrestling 30 years, and you got these fans defending that shit like that's okay. Whatever. So at least this is a gimmick that Abaddon has been doing for a long time. But the match stuff was pretty decent. Not much to say about the match, because Layla Gray was selling fear. But she did have some offense, but still no effect to Abaddon as she goes for the win. So, and she won with the cemetery drive. Then we get to Thunder Rosa versus Ashley Demarstros. I think that's how they say her last name. And as far as Ashley Demarstros, she looks pretty good. I seen her a couple times before on AEW Dark, and she's got a good look. She's got thick thighs, a nice ass, by the way. She works out pretty good. Tends to work on her abs. I like her. She's got a nice tan. She's a pretty woman, and she can wrestle. And Ray Showcase here too. But unfortunately, she had to go up against Thunder Rosa. So obviously, Thunder Rosa got the win with the of what they're calling it, the Peruvena Celervira choke. So yeah, that's basically what it was. I will learn that submission move, folks. Like I do all the moves that they be doing. Like, doesn't matter if it's a wrestling move or any type of moves that they do, or even a submission move. I will learn that. I will learn to say it properly. But that's how Thunder Rosa won, by submission. So yeah, it was decent. It was a decent match. So we see a video vignette of the Gunn Club. Billy Gunn said that he never expected to wrestle this long, but he knew what will always be a part of the business in some fashion because he loves to coach. He made a deal with Austin and Colton Gunn when they were very young, that he didn't care what they want to do, what they want to be, but they had to graduate and and go to college first. Basically, graduate from college. Basically, graduate from college first. I meant to say. Big Gunn says, he always knew it would be Austin who wanted to wrestle first. Austin Gunn didn't want to regret nothing giving wrestling a shot. And Billy said that if you were to make it somewhere, if you were to make it with someone for this business, it would be with Austin Gunn. Austin is athletic. He has charisma. He has personality. He has it all, which I do agree. And then Colton Gunn, when Colton Gunn was making $1 million homes in Los Angeles for the Lakers, the Lakers players and CEOs, and he also, gave his all because he thought wrestling was, what he was supposed to do all along. And Billy loves tagging one of his sons as he feels had that he has done everything in the business. Now he can work with them and he can retire with them. He can finally retire and be happy, and then and the and have his sons to carry his legacy along the way. So yeah, and he says to watch them while he is sitting in the corner is great. Colton said that they do not expect their dad to wrestle much longer. So their goal is to just have him be happy. I mean, just have him be happy as he's sets off of retirement and just go out on a high note. They also point out some other things too, like Austin Gunn. He's also into music. He does I think he does some I think he's got like a singles coming out with her, or album with her. Um, I think he's probably like he does hip hop whatever or something like that. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so that's gonna be something I'm gonna look into to see how that turns out. So and yeah, but Austin Gunn has a lot more focus than wrestling. He's got some focus outside wrestling too, and that's music. So that's good. I don't know what Colton Gunn got at outside wrestling too as well, but maybe he's still trying to find his drive as wrestling leads him to success right now. So, but yeah, and that was it. Basically, what this was, it was the Rising Star segment for the Gun Club. Obviously, now obviously it's not for Billy Gunn. It's actually for his two sons, Austin and Colton. So those got the Rising Stars. Billy Gunn has already become Rising Star back in the days of the 90s. So, but there you go. And I liked it by the way. It gives you more inside story about Austin and Colton Gunn. About them growing up and everything, and they show old photos of them too. As growing up, with their dad. So pretty cool, and I like them. I like and they look they oh my god, they look exactly like their fathers. I mean, yeah, the sons, I meant to say, look like their father. It is unbelievable, unbelievable. In a good way though. Um, if you ask me, who looks more like the father, Colton Gunn. Colton Gunn, he's got the facial and all that and everything. You could tell he's got that resemblance. Not saying that Austin Gunn doesn't have that. You could tell he's got that too. But if you ask me who looks more like Billy Gunn, Colton Gunn looks more like his father. Um, and they wrestle just like him too. And that's an eerie thing about it too. They wrestle just like his father. They those two wrestle just like their father. It's unbelievable, amazing. So there you go. Okay, so next, about they try to say it was I think they're trying to also has some breakdown of Billy Gunn was the main focus of it. To me, I don't think he was the main focus. I mean, yeah, he was mentioned, which is him being a coach and the advice and all that, and he was doing most of the talking, but he basically was but rotation he's not how long he's going to do this and everything, but I think it's more of putting his sons over more than he's putting himself over. So Lee Johnson versus Daniel Garcia. and this match is good. These guys were hammering each other at one point. Daniel Garcia, man, I hope they sign this guy. By the way, he looks good. He wrestles good. He's got some, he's got a serious drive about him. I like this guy. Hopefully they do sign him. But in the end, it was Lee Johnson winning with the brain dog. That's what his finish move is, the brain dog. So Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page were backstage. They wanted to address, the whole thing. Ethan Page's uh business because he's jacked and everything. But credit to Ethan Page. He has to evolve and really transform. So but they said on Elevation they are switching up the formula because they're gonna be in singles matches. They're gonna rack up wins as singles wrestlers, where eventually they will, I guess, go to the TNT title in the future, whatever. To get they get some rub of it, or chance to Darby Allin, whatever. So yeah, that's basically it. So it's gonna be it's gonna be one of those things where they they want they basically let everyone on the roster know that the tag team division is not safe, the singles division is not safe, the wrestlers isn't safe, Hikaru Shira isn't safe, and then they said, well, maybe she is safe because they're men, not women. So, and they said, but Alex Reynolds and Five are not safe, and we'll get to who of the two wrestle of the other two. So, and there you go. Vicky Guerrero came out saying, "Excuse me," the way that she does too, to chase away Justin Roberts away, so that she could do the commentary. I mean the ring announcing for the Native Beast Nyla Rose. So she comes out and Nyla Rose goes up against Robin Renegade. Um, Robin Renegade had a little offense, but in the end it was Nyla Rose having the dominant offense in the match. And Vicky Guerrero one point stab Robin Renegade, and Renegade came out there to try to go after her. But Nyla Rose attacked her from behind, and Renegade was put back in the ring by Nyla Rose, and Nyla Rose wins with the Beast Bomb, and that was it. So there you go. And no, not the Renegade from WSW. He he didn't come back from the dead. But same time, rest in peace to the Renegade. Um, but it was Robin Renegade. And yeah, I'm glad that she came back. Hopefully, she get a second opportunity. I mean, a third opportunity, because I feel like this is not a fair shake with her, especially when she got squashed by Nyla Rose. So hopefully we get another opportunity later on. Ethan Page with Scorpio Sky ringside versus Alex Reynolds in the match that I thought it was alright. Wasn't really into that much. And Ethan Page wins with the Eagle's Edge. And there you go. And basically, a distraction of the referee is what caused the match for Alex Reynolds. Not from Scorpio Sky, which I thought was shocking there. That was going to have Scorpio Sky be the distraction to the referee for Ethan Page at least to try to cheat. But no, instead it was Ethan Page doing it, with the referee, putting the referee and all that, getting in the way, and that's how he ends up getting the Eagle's Edge. So there you go. Ty Conti versus Queen Amanita. Match itself was decent. Ty Conti looked great. And Queen Amanita, I like her look too. And hopefully the AEW gives her a look too, by the way, because I think she's got potential. But in the end, it was Ty Conti getting the DD and that was it. Not much to say. And Ty Conti is looking forward to getting back on the top rankings of the women's the championship rankings to get a title shot in the future. So now here's the thing: if that's gonna happen, then because Thunder Rosa also wants an opportunity too, because she's getting some wins too, which tends to be on the top rankings of the women's division, to go up for the AEW women's title. So I would love to see a match between Ty Conti versus Thunder Rosa. That'd be a match I love to see. These two, I guarantee you, they will kick each other's ass because of their fighting background. That match, I would love to see, where one of those two will come out to see who will face the next AEW Women's World Champion, which obviously Britt Baker. So, And yes, Britt Baker is going, but I'll get to more of that when I do the preview. By the way, Mike Sydal with Matt Sydal at ringside versus Penta El Zero Miedo with Alex Abrahantes. And the match itself was pretty decent, in a way also entertaining, with Penta El Zero Miedo winning with the Fear Factor, which is the package power driver. And yeah, there you go. Scorpio Sky with Ethan Page versus 5 of the Dark Order. And this match was good. I actually enjoyed this match. It was pretty good. Obviously Scorpio Sky won. He won with the heel hook submission, locking it up for the submission win. And there you go. And he didn't need Ethan Page for to win. He didn't even distract the referee like Ethan Page did earlier. It was a clean win. So there you go. Because you gotta reach for the sky. Just saying. Matt Hardy was backstage. He wanted to transparent with his with us basically by saying that he created and formed the Hardy family office to make money in this business. You have to make as much money as you can when you can. He builds up the HFO, which is the Hardy family office, to help the younger talent as a way to give back. But he lost focus on the original goal for AEW, which was to be in an element. I mean, in an environment, meant to say, where he could survive, thrive, and win. He said that he can make people remember who he is. He's Matt Hardy, the survivalist, the man who cannot die. He's Big Money Matt, and he is all the things. But when it takes to against Franco Del Cell, the people will start putting reverse. Let's see, reverse references on his name. Okay, something like that. But yeah, so then we get to this match between Matt Hardy versus Figure Del Cell. And the match I thought was pretty decent, with Matt Hardy getting the win with the leech, the submission move that he does. So, Royce Isaac versus New Japan Pro Wrestling star in Ranita, who graduated from the LA Dojo. Which I'm assuming it was he's since late last year or something like that, or like mid last year in a way. But yeah, but he makes his AEW debut here on AEW Dark Elevations, and this match was pretty good. You know, whereas Isaac showed what he can do, and obviously Narita, he's always been good, especially when he first started in Japan Pro Wrestling, and then with him being here in LA, being trained under and being coached also under the guidance of Shibata, and yeah, he's really come a long way, and he won with yeah, that's nothing. He won with the the, the forward bridging suplex, belly to belly suplex. Um, I'm sorry. The belly suplex. Meant to say with uh, with a bridge. Which is the pin combination there, and got the win. Yeah, that's his finish move too, by the way, folks. Basically what he does he gets you like under your around your arms, and then gets you the belly suplex as you goes for a bridge. Like it's kind of like how you do a German suplex, and then you do a bridge for the pin combination, similar to that. So um, except this one's a little different because when it tends to do a German suplex, you get them around your waist, from the back. However, when you do it around in front of your opponent, when you get them around your waist and you go for the bridge, is a normalized suplex. But this was a belly to belly suplex, where it tends to to it the way he did it. Actually, I wouldn't say it was a belly to belly. It's something it's something to a degree like what's another way to call it? A double unhooked belly to belly suplex, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm sure he'll come up with a name for it, eventually. Um, maybe it has already has done that, except that maybe the AEW counters didn't know, in Paul White and Tony Schiavone. But I digress. But nevertheless, Renee, uh, Ren Narita got the win. So good debut for him. Speaking of a debut, we get JD Drake, excuse me, with the Wingman. So I guess now they're calling themselves the Wingman. I didn't know they were even calling themselves the Wingman. I thought they were calling themselves Picture Perfect, but whatever. Or Pretty Picture, whatever that was before. But yeah, they're calling, I guess the factions now is calling the Wingman. Basically with JD Drake, Ryan Nemeth, Peter Avalon, and Cesar Bononi. So they basically it was JD Drake going up against the debut from New Japan Pro Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling star, Rocky Romero, Roppongi 3K, coach manager, what do you want to say, or Roppongi Vice, where it pertains to his former partner in Trent. So, but yeah, as far as this match was, damn good match, and this match went about almost over 10 minutes, and I'm like, this felt like a New Japan pro wrestling match. JD Drake, I wouldn't mind seeing him going to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Doesn't matter if it's in New Japan Pro Wrestling in LA, in California, or if it's safe to go over there, in Japan, where it's in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think it'll be a great fit for him to be there because he's all about hard hitting anyways. He's all about strong style anyway. So especially with that match he had with A Kingston a while back. So that'll be something for JD Drake to to test his wrestling skills and to test his wrestling toughness by going to New Japan Pro Wrestling and to develop what he can do there. I wouldn't mind seeing that because the way that he wrestled with Rocky Romero in this match, this match was good, back and forth action and all that. It was very enjoyable to watch. And in the end, it was Rocky Romero getting the win with after JD Drake went for a moonsault and missed because Rocky Romero got out of the way and went for the Mahali Cradle. I can't remember how it was always called. How it was pronounced. The Mahal well, keep what's called again. The whole thing when he hooks your arm around one arm around and then he rolls you up the Mahagi cradle whatever. I remember I got it right before but I can't remember how I said it. Um, even Excalibur mentioned this, what move is that too. But in the end, the point is Rocky Romero won with that one. So basically, it was basically like an upset win. After the match, the Wingmen came in there and beat up on Rocky Romero, and that's when Best Friends came out. Orange Cassidy and Chris Allen came out for the save, just chasing away the Wingmen. And also, Trent was in the ring with Rocky Romero, and Rocky Romero is in shock that he sees his former buddy, his former partner. I mean, not former buddy, but more like his former partner, I should say. But his buddy. And then all of a sudden they play Roppongi 3K. I mean, they play Roppongi Vice's theme song, Roppongi, Roppongi Vice, Roppongi, Roppongi Vice. Oh man, it was and basically what they did here is Trent was being the Diesel, picking his hand up so that Rocky Romero goes to the corner like Shawn Michaels does and run up to give a high five, even though Rocky Romero is not that short, but whatever. And Trent is not that big either, but whatever. um, but I guess that's one of these I couldn't remember the also things that they used to do. So who knows? And then Trent tells Rocky Romero to stand right in the middle because Rocky Romero looks confused, like what's going on here. And then they did the whole hug it out because you got to get the people what they want. And that's how that's how they ended the show. So yeah, there you go, folks. That will conclude your AEW Dark Elevation. What's this, episode 12? Yes, episode 12 from May 24th, 2021. And yeah, there you go. Talking about wrestling. were 12 matches, which is shocking. It'll usually be more than that, but thank God they shortened it. But 12 matches were it was. And my overall showing for the show for episode 12. Again, I'm assuming it's episode 12 or episode 11, but I got double looked at now to see which is it. Okay, let me just give one moment, folks. I'm about to find out right here, right now. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's telling me episode 11. Okay, so this is episode 11. Yeah, again, I don't remember if I from when I first said it, it was episode 11 or it was or whatever, or episode 12, but it is episode 11. So, for my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go with a 8 out of 10. And now let's move on to AEW Dark results from May 25th, 2021. Now, this won't take long, so let's get right into it. First of all, you have Tony Schiavone. I mean, not Tony Schiavone. You have Excalibur and Taz on commentary. So here we go. Let's go. Let's get to these matches. Nick Comoroto defeated Duke Davis. Aaron Solo defeated Gannon Jones. 10 of the Dark Order defeated Dylan McQueen with but basically with 10 dominating. Dark Order's Evil Uno and Cocabana defeated Steven Andrews and Simon Lato. I think that's how he says. I think. Big Swole and Kylan King defeated the Bunny and Mandy Rankowski. That's an odd pairing, by the way, of a tag team. The Gun Club, Billy and Colton defeated Carl Hero and Liam Gray. Layla Hirsch defeated Vixen. Dante Martin defeated Jason Hutch. I think that's how you say his name. Hutch. And Dante Martin, the reason why he got this win. I mean, he's been getting wins as a singles wrestler since his partner and brother has been out for injury. But yeah, he got this win because he's gained he needs some momentum going up against Miro on Dynamite, Friday Night Dynamite, which I will do a review of that when I can. But yeah, moving on. Diamante defeated Rika Tahaka, which I can't believe that happened because Rika Tahaka, she's Samoan and she's tall, and Diamante beats her. But then again, Diamante needs to win anyways because Diamante needs that push in AEW. Janela defeated Bear Bronson, which I don't get it, but Janela, the reason why he got the win because he's gained the momentum for Friday Night Dynamite against Hangman Adam Page, which is why they haven't beat a lot of people Bear Bronson. And Hanako defeats Rising. Julia Hart defeats Tasha Price, which this is shocking to me because I thought Tasha Price was finally going to get a win here on AEW against Julia Hart, who doesn't win matches. But then again, I just thought to myself, because she's the manager of the Varsity Blondes, and speaking of which, the Varsity Blondes were out there with her, so of course, that means Tasha Price was not going to win. But maybe eventually she will win, because I like Tasha Price, and I love her gimmick and everything. With her being a psycho chick, But yeah, but Julia Hart won. And yeah, there you go. And finally, Brian Cage with Hook defeated Sunny Kiss with George Miller at ringside. After the match, Hook beats up on Sunny Kiss. And George Miller just stands there looking dejected. He thought about going into the help. But then he leaves. Sunny Kiss high and dry as Brian Cage but most likely Hook beating up on Sunny Kiss. And that was it. And I remember before there was teasing like a breakup eventually between George Janela and Sunny Kiss because George Janela got tired of seeing Sunny Kiss losing, especially when it tends to them in tag team matches where they always lose because of Sunny Kiss. And then he cooled down and they basically got away from that. And now on here, all of a sudden now they want to go back on to that, whereas George Janela is not doesn't want to help out Sunny Kiss, even though Sunny Kiss was always there for him. And this is how he repays Sunny Kiss. George basically leave him high and dry, leave his friend to the wolves. Wow, some friend he is. But yeah, there you go, folks. That was it for AEW Dark from May 25th, 2021, where it pertains to the AEW Dark results. Quick to the point, and I think it's great. But yeah, that's all I got to say from there. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention talking about wrestling, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1 second, folks. I did something wrong here. Okay, we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 matches. Okay, let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I screwed up for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, just making sure. 13 matches were there for AEW Dark. And my overall scoring for the show, the show itself, it wasn't that bad of a show, you know. I mean, which is AEW Dark, I don't care about that much anymore. Either ways, but at the end of the day, it's pro wrestling. But I'm gonna go with um um I'll go with a 7 out of 10, just to be a little fair. All right, yeah, 7 out of 10 is good. It was, yeah. I still enjoyed the show, so nothing else to say from there. But yeah, when it comes to AEW Dark though, they really need to get rid of AEW Dark, because especially when they're gonna having a new show coming up, which I'm gonna talk more about that when I can, folks. Hopefully, I'll talk more about that when I get to, you know, the Dynamite one episode of it. But nevertheless, with that being said, folks, thank you all for watching for this All Elite Wrestling review. So I'm gonna let it from here. So thank you all for watching. And again, till then, we're to me talking about, it tends to AEW's new show that's been announced and everything. And I'll get to all that eventually. Maybe I probably will talk about that when I get to the Dynamite review. I'm gonna talk either before or after that, but I'll see what I'll do from there. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching, folks. As I'm almost there, folks, to finally catching up. So y'all take care. For it's Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets. And once again, take care.